Howdy, folks. This is Jill of the Jungle, Episode 1, Jill of the Jungle. Because there's like a trilogy, and the trilogy is just called Jill of the Jungle, and whatever. So we're just going by the Jill of the Jungle title. Now you might think, hey, I thought your first female protagonist was Samus Aran. No, it's Jill of the Jungle. And I've had experience with Epic DOS games side by side with Apogee DOS games, so there you go. The engine's kind of a little strange, though. Yeah, the jumping just feels weird. You get used to it after a while, and it's quite fair about what it does based on level design. So we got knives. You can check the inventory there. Jill just means I'm in human form, as represented by a Jill text thing. Now, for some reason, the game calls those things phoenixes, but I will continue to call them butterflies, because that's what I thought they looked like back then, and they still look like it. I don't understand how anyone sees a bird from that. Whatever. Yeah, touch the Epic logo for points. Or whatever. What difference do points matter in this game? Really? Like, the score is a strange thing, because, these are all significant digits now. Every 1 point is useful in terms of keeping track of score, so I don't know. Apples are for health, obviously. You can definitely hit more than a few times, so don't worry about it. Oh man, frogs. I attack frog with knife. I succeed. Yeah, look at that. Oh, knifing frogs. Oh. Ow! It's fine. Just time that shit. Eat this. Eat that. Uh-huh. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with this level in terms of, well, design. But for some reason, when I'm going to go down to that pit, I can't figure out for the life of me what the point of doing it is. I'm sure maybe there was a point, but I didn't remember what it was. Yeah, this one, right here. And when you go back up, I guess there's a trigger that gets set off that causes the platform to form. This happens in a few other ways, too. Like, you get to a certain point in the level and something else happens elsewhere, just from you moving across it. Interesting. That's an interesting thought, considering stuff like that happens in, like, what, Clyde's Adventure and, Doom. Oh, you touch a thing, something happens. But here you don't think about it, because you have to go by the sound. Boom. When I originally played this game, I did not have Vega mode, I just had Ega mode and PC speaker. So there wasn't music, but there was these interesting sounds going, woo. I'm gonna have to try that sometime again. Be like, yeah, that's how it sounded. It sounded like my ears are going to explode. It's about to look a lot like Tetris. Blocks everywhere you go. Arrow says you're going the wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. Look at that. A spectrum of color. A colorful place. A kind of game where a background is not an image, but is just blocks of color put together, put in like this. Putin. Like this. Oh no. Well, I guess Commander Keen is... Yeah, Epic is trying to... This seems to only happen in the first game, but Epic just wants to, like, shit on other video game characters, and the first one they decided to shit on is Commander Keen. Because it's like, oh, you think you're such a good DOS platformer? Oh yeah? How about me? Honestly, maybe at the time, until Commander Keen 4 came out. Because once Commander Keen 4 came out, Jill of the Jungle is pretty much old. I don't know. But yeah, this engine was used for a few other DOS games at least. And also, like, it built up to eventually creating a thing like Jackrabbit. Because there's this item you get, which is like an up arrow, helps you jump higher. I noticed that Jazz Jackrabbit does have exactly the same thing. Not in the second game, I don't think, but in the first game it does. It allows you to jump higher when you pick it up. And they stack, but only per level. Otherwise, you'd just be moon jumping everywhere. There's a vine climbing system here you have to get used to. Yep. Just one of those games where I hate bees. I hope there's another platformer in the future that's gonna have bees in it. Oh, wouldn't that be terrible? I've had the experience with Super Mario Star Road by now, and trying out Crash Bandicoot 2, I'm like, oh yeah, bees in there also. Great. And there's ants! And they're big ants, too. Come from the southeast, buddy? It's kind of weird throwing the knife around because it tries to home in on you like it's a boomerang. But sometimes it doesn't quite work. It can get stuck, or it'll just give up. Or worse, you could accidentally clip it into the wall and you won't be able to get it back. So, even if you're good at the game, I advise saving just so you don't lose your weapons to a unplanned glitch. Just get my money's worth. What do you mean your money's worth? I don't know, because here's a fun fact right now. Jill the Jungle is freeware. Go get it. You can probably just go get it on GOG. Good old games. Go over there right now. Go get it. It's free. It's completely free. I don't understand why games like this aren't on the Epic the Epic Games website or their launcher. Just seems like the earliest thing they have nowadays is not even Unreal Tournament stuff, but fucking Gears of War. I'm just like, man, I'm still happy about that. Like, some people are like, oh man, Epic's business practices. I'm like, that's not why I'm mad at them. I mean, I could be. That's like just par for the course. But my whole thing is just like, you ditched Unreal Tournament, man. Why? It was like the game of the year in 1999, and let me tell you, there was a lot of good games in 99. Oh no, it's time to quit my job at the age of 72. Well, I guess when Charles Martinet is age 72, he will stop voicing Mario and instead voice his father. So, nuts to you. Cleaning gorilla cages at the local zoo. That's a nice send-off to be like, oh, I remember what I used to do. I look after giant monkeys. Except that was a construction site, not a zoo. Maybe you should tell them to go back to a cement factory or something. Or a wrecking crew. Yeah. This level's strange. Why is it strange? Because this is a level in which there's 3 levels in it. By all technicalities. I'm not sure if that just makes it count as a checkpoint. In a way, it kind of does. So this is probably the only game in which a checkpoint is intricate to the level design as is if it was a separate level. But, you know, I think the original Castlevania is like that. In a sense, not really. Yeah, I don't imagine a lot of level design tutorials telling you to do it that way. I just be like, make them separate. It's like, nah, I do 3 in 1. And I know there's 3, because even in the overworld hub, or whatever you want to call that, which is only present in this first game, by the way, to make it even stranger. The second game doesn't even bother with hubs. The third one does something even better, though, at least. Give credit to that. You're gonna have to have more credit in order to get a bit richer in order to sell my rupees. I don't give credit. I don't take shits. These are torches? Torches that just go off, or they're just goblets that want to burn you? I don't know. Don't touch them. Don't touch that moving marble either. I do find it funny when you hit the snake's hit points is relative to its length. Just like in the classic Snake Nibbles game. Where the snake grows longer. Instead you're making it shrink. It's like, no, my length! And then it gets so short it's comical. It's like, ooh, a slug now. And we even get crabs. Crab people. Yep. See that up there? It's gonna fall down and form a wall. Yep. No going back now. Don't worry about that one falling down the floor. It won't happen until you're already at level 5 with the key, so... Do not worry about this. I didn't remember if knives can hit the Pac-Man ghosts. I don't think they can. Also, there's Pac-Man ghosts, so... Yeah. Isn't that funny? Why the hell are they even there? I don't know. I gave up making sense of this game. Zargon, similarly, that game doesn't make sense either. And it tries to make itself make sense, and it just doesn't. Dun, 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 dun.
You cannot knife a ghost. It is improper and impolite.
Yeah, I guess this would be the ghost house part of the series. Even though it says the hut. Like, I would know what that means relative to the hauntings.
Yes, hello, I'm going to go haunt a hut. Yes, I was too cheap to afford a house, so I bought this hut to haunt.
Torches are millions of them. Torches. That's what we do on the torches. Torches. Torches inside the wall. Torches. I'm a butt. Wearing green. Something or other. I'm gonna assume Jill the Jungle is from the Amazon. Just a guess. You know, in case we're suddenly gonna reboot Jill the Jungle. Yeah, right. Could you imagine though? Like all your favorite DOS platformers getting a reboot and not being like cheap mobile trash. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. I don't know anyone doing that Mighty Doom stuff on the phone either. I mean, I feel like if you're the kind of person that enjoys Doom, I don't know why you'd be doing mobile games. Especially one that isn't really like a first-person shooter anyway. So, you know, let the skull tell you it's up.
Oh no, I went back a few numbers. I don't know how to count. Goodness gracious. Perhaps if we go inside this weird Lego structure.
Yeah, this looks like some random crap I was doing Lego when I was like, oh, screw the instruction manuals. I'm just going to plant these windows right on the ground with nothing to support them and just put solid brick on them. That sounds cool.
Have you seen Jill's face? No. Faceless?